Hi guys, it's me, Mickey Moon, and today we will be talking about the creepy, dark, scary truth behind the real stories behind the Disney movies we all know and love, and that I probably have like literally half of on VHS from when I was a kid. I think I'm gonna watch those soon. But yeah, today we will be talking about those. Part 1 will be Cinderella. Alright, awesome. Let's get started. So up first is the Grimm's Brothers were the first book that it's based off of. They wrote the story that Disney took from them and made it all family friendly. So we're gonna deep dive into this book. Sorry if my hand has a bunch of makeup on. I just bought all the brushes to actually do my makeup like a real girl. Yay, I'm a real girl now, just like Pinocchio. Maybe we'll dive into him sometime. But yeah, so I'm actually a makeup girl now. That's why it's all over my hands. So that's all that is. So yeah, the Brothers Grimm story. Her name is actually Ashen. I'm actually like a lot German, so I should probably know how to pronounce this. But let's see. I'm gonna tap into my German roots right now and say it's Ashen. Sound about right? Okay, I thought so. Big shout out, by the way, to Bustle. I'm getting a lot of the artwork and notes from this video from these guys. So yeah, they're helping me out a lot with this. They actually like have some pretty good what's the word? Facts on the behind the Disney stories. So if you guys want to look even more into that, they're a good place to go. So apparently she's much more resourceful and capable in the original movie or story. You guys know in the movie she's just kind of like a damsel in distress. Disney loved those damsels in distress in the 90s and like before. 90s and before. But yeah, she was much more like, you know, hard working. She didn't take as much crap in this story, but she obviously was down on her luck. And that's what the story is really about. And it gets dark, let me tell you guys. Yeah, so I guess she's actually less of like a neglected daughter maid. She is a maid. She works her ass off for the stepmom and stepsisters and all that. But she's actually like pretty resourceful in this. She kind of like dodges a lot of sticky situations, which we'll get into, and quite witchy, I suppose you could say. She's a little crafty. So we're just going to kind of dive into these really creepy, odd facts about how different the book is from the actual movie. And one of them is apparently the prince was kind of a stalker, weird boy. I'm not going to say he was a total douche because we will talk about some douchey princes from these Disney original stories. Like, this guy's actually not so bad compared to some of the ones we'll talk about soon. But yeah. So he's a little weird. He follows Cinderella home a few times because this story actually, she has 3 balls that she goes to. She has 3 balls instead of just the one where she loses the slipper. I think she only loses her slipper once. Yeah, she does. Yeah, so all 3 times he follows her to see like who she is, and she dodges him each time. And when she dodges him, I guess she has to like hide from him after he follows her home and stuff. And one of the times she hides in a pigeon coop, which is like so 1800s, oh my god. And the other time, somehow in a pear tree. She climbs up a pear tree and hides in that on her farm and like where she lives. Because I bet Germany in the 1817, whenever this was written, hundreds, is pretty farmy, I'm gonna guess. So that fact was a lot less creepy and just more interesting, and oddly enough set up for some really creepy facts we'll talk about later. This is Gotti, by the way. Come here, Gotti. Come here. Come say hi. This is Gotti boy. This is Luna's brother. They're best friends. They like to say hi. He's a lot more friendly than Luna. He's a pit bull, but he's literally the sweetest dog ever. I wish Luna was as sweet as you, Gotti. He's a good boy. He just wants to be nice to everybody, doggies and people. You guys have a bad rap, huh? So if you guys were born and raised in a home where they taught you that pit bulls are mean and stay away from them, that's not always true. I would say stay away from them just like you'd stay away from any other dog. Like, ask before you pet, and don't just like walk up to random people's dogs. Any dog can be vicious if they're not trained appropriately. But this boy was just raised by my boyfriend, who raised him very sweetly and lovingly, so he's a sweet and loving boy. Maybe even more sweet and loving than my boyfriend, so well done, Gotti. Anyway, so you guys remember the fairy godmother in the movie? Well, apparently in the real book. Anyway, so you guys remember the fairy godmother in the Cinderella movie, right? Big gown and comes from a pumpkin, pink and all that. Well, in reality, in the book, she is a tree. She is a tree planted, guess where? If you guessed on her mother's grave, you guessed correctly. Ding, ding, ding. Like, literally, her fairy godmother somehow is just like a voice she hears from a tree planted on her mom's grave. Pretty dark. So sad. How did she water this tree, you ask? Was it just magic? Did it just magically water itself? Well, you'd think so, but no. She watered that tree with, you guessed it, her tears. Her tears, y'all. Her tears. I guess it wouldn't be that hard. If I had to pick a tree to water with my tears, I guess I'd pick it on top of a loved one's grave. It'd be pretty easy to get those tears, I guess. So just like the fairy godmother in the movie, the tree grows to give her her every desire. So why is she still in this place? I don't know, but that's what it says. So similar to the other stepmom in the movie, her stepmom in the book is also evil, because what stepmom isn't, right? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There's very cool stepmoms out there. Don't kill me, stepmoms. Evil stepmoms. Because I'm sure you're actually good stepmoms. So yeah, she's evil, and in order to let Cinderella, or Ashen, was that better? In order to let her do normal things that normal girls do growing up, she has to do ridiculous things, just like in the movie. So, since she can't do anything fun without doing a crap ton of stuff in order to get there, her stepmom, you can tell this book is really weird, made her find the lentil beans that she threw in ash. I'm assuming the fireplace or something. There was a pile of ash that her stepmom threw 2 cups of lentil beans in and made her find each and every one before she could go to the ball. Okay, cool. Maybe she could make a soup later, you know? I guess these people are rich, just throwing around lentil beans back then. Lentil beans ain't cheap, okay? So remember those little birds that Cinderella sang to? It was like one of her trademark things. She would sing, actually no, now that I think about it, Snow White sang to birds too. Just all these Disney peeps just singing to birds, but whatever. So anyway, Cinderella sang to birds, right? Those little, I think they were bluebirds of some sort. Well, in this book, those birds are her super awesome, dope, kick-ass sidekicks. And they like help her out, these birds. And they're really awesome. And in this instance, we'll see later how awesome they can really get. But in this instance, these birds helped her pick out those lentil beans. I just thought that was really cool. It's like, dang, dude. I remember when I was a kid, I was so jealous of these girls for being able to just like, oh, sing to these beautiful little birdies with their beautiful voices, and the birds would just come. It's like, why? When I sing with my beautiful voice, the birds don't just come coming. I'm offended. the dogs come in, I guess, for food. And now comes the really crazy fact that I feel like everyone who's like heard of how deep and dark the Disney movies actually are, the stories behind them, this is the fact they really remember. So remember how in the movie, the prince finds that slipper after Cinderella takes off. I think this is after the third ball in the book, the final ball. He finds that slipper and then he's like, okay, this is it. This is my ticket. This is how I'm going to find out, because apparently no one has the same feet in this town. I don't know. But he goes wandering around trying to find who fits the shoe. Gotti. Go on. Up. Go. Well, apparently one of her thirsty AF stepsisters decided it would be a great idea to just cut off her big toe, because that's how she's going to fit her foot into that slipper. I don't think they knew it was Cinderella's slipper at this point. I don't think it really matters. But this thirsty girl wanted that prince so bad that she cut off her big toe in order to fit in that slipper. And I know, sounds crazy, but lo and behold, the blood gave her away. And when she cut off her big toe, these birds really come in full force, swinging hard, with this peppy song that they sing to the prince, because I guess she almost got away with it, right? And I guess they sing a song about the slipper of the stepsister bride is filling with blood. And that's how he finds out that they cheated. What? I just don't even know, you guys. I don't even know how these stories get so dark, but it's really strange. And now they'll really have her back in a sec. So apparently Cinderella's father is alive in this story, and a huge dick. When the prince would come to him with these complaints of meeting this grand woman, this awesome chick, and he just can't figure out who she is, he, for whatever reason or another, suspected that it was his daughter, right? What does he do about this? Well, he takes it upon himself to, this might be my daughter. I'm actually going to try and get her ass busted and chop down that pigeon coop, chopped down that cherry tree, pear tree. Sounds kind of messed up, you say, right? It is. But it was all while he thought she was still in them. You guys, like, what kind of sick world is this? I'm starting to think maybe just 1800s Germany was just messed up. But what do you expect with tales from the Grimm's Bros? Like, literally, Grimm is in the title. And lastly, but not leastly, those birds I was telling you guys about, they are more badass than we even knew. And these stepsisters in this story make those stepsisters in the Cinderella movie version look like great girls, fabulous, normal, loving women with just having a bad day. But they got what's coming. Because during our heroine's royal wedding, these girls are once again just thirsty, so thirsty for fame, that they actually walk up the aisle with her during Cinderella's royal wedding. Now, I don't know what Cinderella feels about this, but I can't imagine it's great. I mean, seriously, like, have you ever seen in a wedding of anyone coming up the aisle with the bride? I know I haven't. Maybe the daughter, but she's usually just a flower girl, so these girls, not cool. So what happens? These Grimm's Bros don't let us down, you guys. They end this story with a good ending, because they have those badass birds we were telling you about come and peck out each of their eyes. That serves them right? That serves them right, because why are they coming up there with Cinderella? And I'm sure they were like, oh my god, blood dripping everywhere, eye is gone. Imagine the pain, the fear you must feel. Unimaginable. Teaches you a lesson, alright? You won't do that again. Oh wait, what? Oh, wait, they do that again? Oh yeah, that's right. They do it again. On the way back down the aisle, they join Cinderella. And what happens again? The birds come and peck out their other eyes. Totally blinded. These chicks don't see anymore. Holy crap. What are these Grimm's Bros doing? I don't know, but I love it. Magic. So I guess moral of the story is Grimm's Bros rock. Don't let people walk all over you, and if you can, get some really badass birds on your side. And if you can't, learn how to sing. Maybe that they win. So yeah, I just want to take a moment, you guys, and thank you so much for joining me on this video. It means the world to me that you watched and made it this far. I literally love you already. Thank you so much. And thank you, JD Robertson, for commenting on the last couple of videos. It means the world to me, and you are a rock star. So I think I earned a like from you guys, wouldn't you say? If you thought I was like funny or smart or witty or pretty or breathing? If you guys want to join my squad, I don't know what I'm calling you guys yet. If you guys want to help me out, please do. Let's figure out a name for our subscribers. Let's do it. Help me out. Comment, whatever. Hit me up. Tweet me at Nikki's Vibe. I'll leave a thing in the description. But yeah, let's